Hey guys, it's Dr. Daniel Sugai, board certified dermatologist. Today's video is going to be really fun because we're going to be comparing one of the classic Neutrogena HyaluB5 water gels to Up&Up Hydrating Water Gel. So this I bought at Target and I wanted to compare the two. I don't know if anyone suggested that I review the two or compare the two. I thought this would be a pretty fun comparison. So for those of you who are new to my channel, I'm from Hawaii. I did my residency training at Harvard Medical School's Mass General Hospital, Brigham and Women's, Beth Israel Deaconess, and Boston Children's Hospital. And I do medical, surgical, and cosmetic dermatology in the Seattle area out of 2 offices. And so I'm having a good time here on YouTube with all of you. I appreciate all of you. Thank you to Castle Connolly. Recently, I got the Top Doctor Award 2022. Seattle Met Magazine as well awarded me with Top Doctor this year. So thank you all. Thank you to my patients. Thank you to my medical team and staff who are watching me here, supporting me along the way. Going into these products, I kind of laughed because it's been a while since I've done a comparison. I even involved my wife in the blind testing of this and it wasn't consistent with how I felt. The Neutrogena HyaluB5 I've talked about a lot. It's been a great moisturizer. This was my wife's favorite moisturizer when I was a resident at Harvard in Boston. We didn't know that there was a non-fragrance version and now there is. It's a gel cream that looks exactly like the water gel. This one is fragrance though. It has, I think it's a nice smell. My wife was never bothered by it and it has a blue tint to it. So it has dye. And so the gel cream, which looks exactly the same, which I have here, this one has no dye, no fragrance. See, the blue color's gone. We have the Up&Up from Target Hydrating Water Gel. They say they're the worthy dupe of the Neutrogena water gel. Similar packaging, much cheaper. It has a fragrance and it has a blue tint or blue color to the cream. And if you look at the ingredient list on the box, it's exactly the same in the same order. The main ingredient is really the sodium hyaluronate, which is the salt version of hyaluronic acid. The hyaluronic acid is what makes this hydrating moisturizer so special. And this is a lightweight moisturizer. It's great for those with not just dry skin, but also on the oilier side, it's lightweight. And so if you have oily skin, those gel cleansers, gel creams are really nice because lightweight and shouldn't be clogging up your pores if you already have excess sebum on your face. This one really does have the blue dye, pretty much all the same ingredients. Glycerin, which is another humectant that draws in water, helps plump up the skin, and underrated humectant really. Hyaluronic acid is a superstar and golden child of humectants, but glycerin should get just as much attention. So when I did the blind test with my wife and for myself, she had me apply blindly to half of my face. So right now I'm applying the Neutrogena water gel. First, we judged it without smelling. We got clips and we put it on her nose. It actually worked. Then we went by feel and then we unclipped her nose and we went by the smell. Then it validated that I was correct in putting on the Neutrogena because I can tell that smell. This one, even though it's the same ingredient list, it goes to show that it's not the same formulation or percentages of each ingredient because this is a completely different cream here. The smell is different. It's a different fragrance profile. This one to me smells more like bathroom soap, like you'd go to a nice hotel lobby, not the hotel room, but the lobby, and their soap would smell something like this. I feel like this one doesn't blend in as well. I feel like it leaves more of a film where this one kind of disappears more readily and it leaves my skin feeling much softer and smoother. Whereas my wife actually said she liked the smell of this side, the Up&Up, much more than the Neutrogena. And that surprises me because the Neutrogena used to be her favorite moisturizer. So she actually preferred the feel and smell of the Up&Up, and I still stand by Neutrogena here. I can just tell here, my texture of my face here is much smoother on this side. So different from this side. And it's definitely subjective, right? Fragrance. So there's fragrance and there's masking fragrance, right? And fragrance is in our skincare for that nice experience. It's to make us feel good. It's to make skincare fun. Part of that sensorial experience of like, oh, we like the texture. We want like how it feels, the soothing nature, but also we like how it could actually just elevate the experience, just like food can. But then there's masking fragrance that kind of, they throw in these chemicals that are very similar to just the fragrance we smell, but the masking fragrance to take away the scent. And so it becomes unscented. And that's sneaky because if you have a sensitivity to fragrance, those masking fragrances could still irritate your skin. So subjectively, do you like fragrance or not? People will say, I don't even like fragrance subjectively, but objectively, some people can't can't tolerate fragrance because it can cause an allergic or irritant contact dermatitis. Allergic contact dermatitis mean that their face can get really swollen, red hot, painful, and itchy at the same time. They might have just a little bit of irritation and that'll just be like red, peely, stinging, and that's irritant contact dermatitis. But some people are truly allergic to fragrance and can just have a red, hot, swollen face. So these are both strongly fragrant, and probably the more skincare my wife and I use now, I think more of the fragrance seems stronger and stronger. The stuff we used to use back in the day when we were young residents in Boston. And like Rock, for example, Rock was our go-to retinol. It still is a really good retinol. But when we try their OG retinol correction, that night cream, the fragrance is very strong now, much more than we remembered. So skincare is subjective. My wife now says she likes the Up&Up water gel with hyaluronic acid. The price difference I'll put down below. It was just nice because I can continue to use the Neutrogena water gel. Good job, Target. You guys did a good job because you made a worthy adversary in our eyes. Then, at least in my wife's eyes, she said she likes this one more on the blind test. For me, I still think that whether it's the Equate version, we did the Equate moisturizing cream versus Cetaphil. Cetaphil in my books won, but they did have a slight variation in the ingredient list. Cetaphil won. This one, I still think Neutrogena wins, even though the ingredient list is the same. The texture is better and the smell to me is better, which is subjective. So that's my assessment. Quick little video there, guys. Please hit the like button. Please leave in the comment box what you think. If you've tried both, let me know. Some of you might say, I hate the water gel because of the smell. I've seen so many comments about that. Some people say, oh, the dye will kill you, give you cancer. There's no evidence it'll do that. But fragrance needs to stop being demonized on social media. If you don't like it, stay away from it. But I don't like to say that like, oh, all skincare needs to have fragrance out of it. I actually like some fragrance in my skincare. I like the La Roche-Posay HyaluB5 hyaluronic acid serum a lot because I like the smell. So that's just for an example. So please subscribe to the channel and I'll see you guys for the next video. Peace.